Hello everybody, how are you? Sorry I wasn't on yesterday. I was having a moment with technology. Technology and I were not getting on yesterday, so I decided to let technology win. And when it did, I think I tried filming a reading 4 times before I finally, maybe 5, because then I went across to the floor at one stage. Yes, eventually I just decided I'd had enough. And that it wasn't meant to be that day. Anyway, I hope you've all been well. I've been thinking about the collective lately. As in you, me and everybody. And I think we're all doing it a bit up and down. I hear up and down because it depends on the way we're looking at it. Lots of people I know, sorry for the shakes, it's on the table. Anyway, lots of people I know are going through, probably you'd call it a tower moment. Yeah, I would call it a tower moment. You know, life upheaval, unsure of direction, lots of 2 of Swords coming out in readings, or 8 of Swords type energy. And I think part of that is Pisces season, because even though Swords is an air energy, it's a thinking energy, Pisces season is water, emotions, running deep. So we've got that whole thinking of emotions that run deep, you know, old wounds or new wounds, or replaying things that have happened, or, you know, all that contemplation stuff. But then if you look at a good shake-up, which a lot of us are having, you can look at a really good shake-up one of 2 ways. You can do the whole why me? Why does this always happen to me? What did I ever do to deserve this? And I'm not talking about something serious, but even when it is serious, asking why me isn't going to help. There's a study that, I can't think of where it was, but I've heard of it. And whatever you ask your brain is a wonderful thing. It will come up with an answer for you. So if you ask why me, your brain will give you an answer as to why you. Why you? Because you deserved it. You were in the wrong spot at the wrong time. You were, I don't know. Your brain will come up with an answer. But if you ask, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to help me? How can I be a better person because of this? Your brain will come up with an answer. It's a wonderful, magical thing. And we underestimate it all the time. completely underestimate our brains and our abilities all the time. Getting a bit deep now. However, that is the life lesson learning path that we are on, and it's awesome. I was talking to someone the other day and they said, mate, if I get one more life lesson, I'm leaving school. And I thought, that's brilliant. Because, you know, sometimes you need a recess or even a lunch break. And then sometimes you really need school holidays, and not just the 2 weeks at the end of term, but the really big ones at the end of the year. You need that break from the life learning lessons. That's not to say you don't go back to school. It's just to say you just need a little bit of a break at times. Anyway, I think we're just about done, and we can have a look at what's come out on our life lesson for today. Yep, that's it. So yeah, I really liked that analogy. Leaving school. Speaking of life lessons, I don't know if you can see that. This is the gotcha card, and it's a surprise. Gotcha. Just when you think it's going to be one way, gotcha. It's another way. Just when you think it's all awful and gloom and doom, gotcha. It's not. And I quite like this card because it can be, it's exactly what I was talking about with the tower moment. How are you going to look at that? Are you going to say, why me? I can't look at this anymore. Why me? Or are you going to say, this is scary. I just need to cover my eyes up for a moment because I can't look at it anymore. Hang on a second. I'm just a little bit curious. What's behind all that scary? How are you going to look at your gotcha moment? So what have we got for gotcha? Oh, straight off the bat, the feline. I love him. Clean up your own shit, he says. I love the way he looks at you. It's like this. I'm just getting there. It's like this old grandparent energy. Have you tidied up your room? I see what you're up to. Get back in there and clean up your own mess. So either we, you, whoever's watching this, or someone you know really needs to clean up their own mess. And this is going to be an awesome reading. I can feel it in my waters, because then we've got the sage, we've got Nels the alchemist. She's beautiful and so cheeky. And then we have the singer of the chalice. That is the proverbial Ace of Cups right there. But we also have the Soul Shrinker now. Oh, let me tell you about him. And Death. Awesome. Another tower moment. Oh, geez. Things coming through all over the place. Thank you, spirits. Making this nice and clear. Oh, look at that. Oh, I can't wait to share these with you. I just can't wait to share these with you. Okay. This is awesome. So, in the center, after our gotcha moment, we've got the Soul Shrinker. Now, when I first met the fairies and I went through each card and introduced myself, this is the one that scared me the most. This is the one that I didn't like the most. But I've come to get to know him. And I just now feel very sorry for him. So in the center of your story, you have a Soul Shrinker. And it's either someone who has sucked out your energy, or someone who, when you're around, you don't like yourself very much. Or someone who just has that energy themselves. You know, that real all people suck attitude. People are generally horrible. Really negative, bitchy, backstabby, vitriol all the time. And it's not nice. It's not victim mentality stuff. It's that real, I want to say dirty, grubby, you know, when you see someone's lip curl up as they're talking about things like disgust and all of those things. So I don't think it's you. I hope it's not you, whoever's watching this. But I think in the centre of what's going on for you at the moment, you've got the soul shrinker right then and there. But I think it might be the soul shrinker who's going to get a bit of a gotcha. Because the felines come in first straight off the bat, and looking at you saying, okay, yes, you have this person in your vicinity. Yes, they're not very pleasant, and yes, they make you feel uncomfortable or unwanted or whatever the undesirable feeling you have. However, what you do now is your choice. So, what choice are you going to make? Are you going to clean up your own mess? Are you going to stand on your own legs? Or are you going to bend over and slink off at the mercy of the soul shrinker? What are you going to do? And by the way, if you can see the number 65 makes 11. 6 and 5, that's an 11. That's my number. So then he says, okay, clean up your own mess and look to your inner wisdom. And this is the sage, the wise one. He's not blind. He looks blind in one eye, but he's not. I don't know if any of you watch the Game of Thrones. What a stupid question. Most of you would watch Game of Thrones. But if you have seen when Brom goes into Brom. Anyway, he goes into the kind of trance where he becomes the one-eyed raven and he can see past, present and future. That's what that brings to mind with me. You can look in, you can look out, but you are wise enough to see through the soul shrinker, see past the soul shrinker. Yep. Get your sage on. Literally. Like, even as I said that, I thought, yep, burn some of that too. Because 1 and 9 is 10, 10 is ending cycles. So use the sage, use your wisdom, use your knowledge to end this cycle. And in comes Nels the Alchemist. Isn't she beautiful? She's my high priestess. She's cheeky, literally. But she has lots of things. If you look, just got to get this right. Lots of wisdom, shining wisdom, knowledge, forethought, inspiration. And she's connected. all of these go up. And then she's grounded as well. But she's looking ahead. And she's natural. She's naturally beautiful. She's naturally intuitive. But she's not flighty. She's not all over the place. She's creating. She's looking to create something better, something brighter, to manifest wiser. And what does she manifest? She manifests the singer of the chalice, the Ace of Cups. All things beautiful and loving and emotionally full and stable, and I'm just hearing gratitude, overwhelming gratitude. My cup runneth over. That real feeling. So when she manifests, when you get wise and step away from, see the soul shrinker for what it really is, step away from that, you will get emotional stability, and you will use your wisdom. Here he comes. To end the cycle. It will be done. Whatever's been going on for you, once you clean up your own mess and you go back to the wisdom that's always been there, and don't just look inside, look out as well. Take inspiration from every angle. And then use that to decide what you really want. Hold your head up high, put your crown on, and wave your magic wand. Ask. They will answer. They will come through. And that will be the end of that. And then we can move on to, this is, let me introduce you to ecstasis. Now you would probably know the word ecstatic or ecstasy. This is it. Pure, unadulterated ecstasy, where everything is in full alignment. This is only second to the divine. This is the divine coming down to gift you with new wings, new light, all aligned and beautiful and shiny and fresh. There's nothing clogged, nothing blocked. It is all beautiful and all stemming from a lot of hard work, I'm guessing, because it's all new growth. It's like a butterfly emerging from the cocoon, spreading its wings for the first time, really seeing itself. And then it's a number 2, so it gets the choice of where it flies, what it does. How exciting. Aren't I ecstatic that I have the world at my feet? Beautiful. And here you are. Tahara of the waters. I'm just having a look at her. She's beautiful. She's pensive. I like that word, pensive. Thoughtful. Temperate. She thinks things through. She's emotionally stable, emotionally kind, very thoughtful. Sometimes looking at things that have fallen through her fingers. Just run, you know, literally, like trying to hold air or hold water. It just falls through your fingers. And it's a good lesson as to control and our illusion of control, our illusion of being able to control. And these kind of, you know, these pixies around her kind of laugh at her for trying to control the water flow. But again, it keeps coming back to this, how you look at it. How are you going to look at it? Are you going to look at this as, oh, I'm so melancholy about all the things I've lost? Or are you going to look at it like this one up here? Yeah, it falls out, but you know, we can make some fun of it. He's really grumpy, but we can make some fun of this. And we can accept and we can see that the control other than ourselves is an illusion. Swim with it rather than try and hold it. Walk in the rain, I say, walk in the rain. Dance in it. I love it when you see things for the first time. And this, see, look, we've got the Guardian at the Gate. This is another divine card. Beautiful. This is, we have unity is number one. And number two, unity is source. Unity is we are all one, and one is everything. We are everything, and everything is us. It's complete and utter source. Then you have number two, which is ecstasis, which is when source comes through everything and shines. It's like it's like going. Oh, I heard it. It's like when you see people and they throw their head up and their hands back and they get lifted off the ground, and just this pure white light just starts shining out of them. That's ecstasis. And then third is the Guardian at the Gate, and that is letting it through. The Guardian at the Gate is letting through this. It's saying it's not just there to wish upon. We're letting it through. We're bringing it in. Here it comes. Here it comes. Surprise! Gotcha. Gotcha. You didn't see all that good stuff coming, did you? You were too busy hiding and fearful. Open your eye. Have a look. It's coming. It's awesome. Now, earlier when I was shuffling these, I knocked a card of my other cards off the table, and it just happens to be this card, Victory. Victory over the Soul Shrinker. Victory over the Soul Shrinker. And to finish off, I'm going to have a look at one of my Starseed cards. I love these little cards, and quite often I will just sit and shuffle these and try and get a reading just from the ones that fall out, because you don't just need one. Sometimes a few can tell you where you need to be. And in this case, we've got two. Guidance. You are not alone. You are guided by the masters and teachers of the highest realms. The masters and the teachers of the highest realms. You are not alone. So when you're trying to clean up your own mess and defeat the Soul Shrinker, don't forget that you've got divine guidance to reach on. And the other card that fell out is Gaia. Connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this time of change. Walk on the beach. Go for a walk on the beach. Swim in the sea. Hug a tree. Have you hugged a tree lately? Oh, so good. I recently hugged one of the biggest figs I have ever come across, and it was like something out of a fairy story. It was beautiful. Anyway, there's your guidance. It's just, I love that. That's beautiful. Don't forget to ask for help. Yep. Onward and upward, my friends. Keep walking. Keep walking, keep learning. Let me know how you go. Bye. Loves, hugs, kisses.